Behind the Shades.
Welcome to another episode of the Behind the Shade Show. It's your host, Terraine, and we are back with another fantastic episode today. So today's episode is a little bit of a story time because I want to share something with each and every one of you. But before we get right into it, remember to like, subscribe for more incredible videos like the one today. And we are going to talk about the importance of communication. And I want to start that I know that it's difficult for men to express themselves. Oh my God, Terraine, are you telling me that I'm going to have to cry and I'm going to have to weep and I'm going to have to... You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that. All you got to do is stand up for yourselves. I know a lot of men sometimes when they're walking, they're communicating and they're very, it's, I don't know what's wrong with me. No, be stoic, be shoulders back. As they say, keep your chin proverbially up. Man, I want to share something with you. It is a difficult road for you. And your 20s is a turning point in your life. Because for me, growing up in my teens, I felt like I was going to save the world. And then reality hit. And then in my 20s, it was strictly survival. I couldn't get the right woman to date me. The women that were attracted to me I didn't necessarily want. I just couldn't make it work. And I didn't have a dollar to my name. I was one of those people that I would look under the sofa cushions for spare change in my house growing up so I could take the bus, so I can get some food, because your 20s will define you as a man, because your sexual marketplace, your desirability, your success in life is at its lowest. The women around you are going out with men who are probably 10 years older than you. The men in their 20s can't get women in their 20s because the women in their 20s are going with men who are in their 30s. You probably don't have a car to drive, or you're probably borrowing your parents' car, where older guys have their own car and they at least have their own apartment. You're still trying to figure it out. You're still trying to make it work. But expressing yourself and communicating how you feel is key. You need to be able to say what it is that you want. You need to be able to say what it is that you need to get what you want. You need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I don't like A, I don't like B, but I definitely like C. Because once you start to like C, then you can give everyone the D. Because the D is the most important aspect of it. And that's how you start to list what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you won't be able to go out there and get it. Mentorship is key. Gone are the days where you had the community raising the child, because now the child is trying to fight back against the community, because we have come so far away from what was working in the past. How many men out there own a pair of dress shoes? How many men out there know how to book a reservation? How many men out there know how to tie a tie? These are things that you don't even second guess. These are things that sometimes came as second nature. But for me, growing up, no one taught me these things because I grew up without my mother and my father. I had to learn it. And thank God for YouTube, because I don't know where I would be without the instructional videos. I had to be observant of other people. But I was courageous because I was self-aware enough to say that I don't know this and I don't know that, but I am willing to learn. Have an open mind, because without an open mind, you definitely can't have an open heart. And if you don't have an open heart, you won't be able to tell people what it is that you want. Because when you're closed off, like a lot of us men are, because the world is cold, the world is harsh. We've been told no so many times, we forget how to ask and hope for a yes. We've been told no so many times that when we get that yes, we have no idea what to do with it. We've been told no so many times that we become expecting of it. So when we're told a yes, we shut down. We begin to second guess. Me? You want me to take the job? You want me to be your boyfriend? You want to go out with me? We seemed almost shocked. And that's why it's important to surround yourself with a good group of people. And by good group of people, I mean people who don't only see you when women are around. A good group of people who don't only hang out with you when there's a party or a club. I mentioned that you want to have a woman that's going to inspire you, that inspires you to be better. The men that you keep around you, they should be motivating. When you look at your circle of friends, are they going in a direction that you want to go in? Are they stagnant? Or worse yet, are they the group of friends that when you start to progress, they get upset? They start to pull you back. They cannot understand the bigger picture because your dream is not their dream. And because it's not their dream, they don't have any type of respect for it. Goes back to why communication is key. You need to tell these men who are around you, these people, this is where you want to go. One of my friends, he shared a beautiful quote. He said, Terraine, anything that isn't growing is dead because, like a plant, there has to be growth. Who's watering your growth? Who is the sunlight to the plant that you want to become? Who is encouraging you to be everything that you want to be and to achieve all of your goals? I was in a situation where I surrounded myself with the wrong people, but I didn't know it was the wrong people until maybe about 2 years into it. I was the cool friend that anytime someone wanted to go out there because I had enough money and because I had the resources and because I had my own place, I was that type of person. You got wanted to come out? Yeah, let's hang out at Terraine's house, Terraine's condo before we go out. We can bring alcohol there. We can chill out. We can do whatever because Terraine lives so close enough to the city that we can either Uber it there or we can just take one car. I was that friend. But then after a while, I found out that I'm spending a ridiculous amount of money doing things that I truly don't love. And then my life began to shift. I realized that there was a dream that I had that I really wanted to obtain. I started to work very hard at that dream. And the harder I worked at that dream, the more resentment I felt. The closer I got to that dream, the farther away I was from my friends. Some friends began to dislike that I was progressing because they looked at me as everything that they didn't like about the world. He has a house. Why don't I have a house? He has a car. Why don't I have a car? He's earning money, and the amount of money that he's earning is the amount of money that I want to earn, but I can't earn it. He's doing all of these things with all the hours in the day, and I'm here struggling to even find enough hours to go to the club and talk to 10 different girls and hope I get one number. That was the life that I had years ago. But I made a change, and that change was I asked myself, Terraine, where is it that you want to go in your life? And I advise each and every one of you to ask yourself that question. I started to have conversations within myself because I wanted to be somewhere else in life. And I realized that instead of having people around me that were the wind in my sails, they're the anchor to my ship. They were preventing me from sailing off and finding undiscovered territory, which I knew was going to make me happier. But because my dream wasn't their dream, they resented it. And sometimes as men, we will cancel our passions. We would push back our dreams because we don't want to be the odd man out. Men, I want to share something with you. The closer you become to the man that you want to be, the less your phone will ring. The less text messages you will have, the less phone calls you will have, the less people will show up to your door to say, how are you doing? You want to hang out? Gone are the days where you can have hundreds and thousands of friends. Your circle will become small. when it comes to your friendships, but your circle of acquaintances will become large. People that you see whenever it is that you see them. Here's a true test I want each and every one of you to do. Ask yourself, when was the last time your friends supported you in the way that you wanted to be supported? When was the last time your friends cheered you on? When was the last time your friend said, I hope that you succeed in life? If you're not able to answer those questions, then maybe, just maybe, it is time to reevaluate the people that you are keeping around you. My name is Terraine, and thank you for joining me today on the Behind the Shade show. Remember to subscribe, and we will be back with more incredible episodes. So stay tuned.